Hello everybody, Accureye here, and welcome back to another Accureye Talks video. And in today's Accureye Talks video, I thought we'd talk about, in general, hitboxes and stuff. And you're probably thinking, what do you mean by hitboxes and stuff? I mean, what do I have to know? Well, there are a few things that maybe you should learn about boxes and hitboxes and whatever. And, with the help of some tools that I've been recently using to get an understanding myself of the hitboxes and all the other jazz that's going on. Yeah, I've been kind of also wanting to put this video out to help you. So what are hitboxes? First and foremost, well, detailed explanation is hitboxes are basically the box that can basically hit somebody. So for instance, as you can see using Chun-Li here, as you can see, she's hitting, I'm using Chun-Li and she's hitting Ryu here with the light punch. And you're probably thinking, well, yeah, no duh, she's close enough. But what do you mean? Well, there's a distance that she can hit people. As you can see, I'm trying to hit Ryu with kicks and punches. And you can see how, like, the medium kick there will hit Ryu. But, as you can see, the distance between Ryu going into that is not there. As you can see, like, even going into one of her special moves, she kind of leans forward. As you probably noticed, she kind of leans forward and moves forward to go into the kick. But, yeah, that is exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to the kicks and hitboxes. And learning these boxes and stuff can really be of substantial value to some people, because it helps people understand what they're doing, what's going on. Like, it also allows you to get an understanding of what you're doing wrong or where you're going wrong. Because, for instance, if you don't understand where you're going wrong, or you're just kind of goofing it and you're kind of thinking, oh, well, I have to get close, like I have to get super close to hit somebody. No, not exactly. You don't have to get super close to hit somebody. As you'll see here, you don't have to be that close. Like, many people make the mistake of going super uber close because they think, oh, okay, in order to hit somebody, I have to be super uber close. But the case is, not exactly. You can kind of get away with it in the hitbox radius. And, moving on to my PC account, my so-called PC account, you'll see here on PC, moving into PC, you'll see here that I've cut it off so that you don't have to focus on health bar or anything, because again, the health bar and all that other stuff is not exactly what we're focusing on here. What we're focusing on here is the actual box, is the actual, hit box itself. It's the, the overall ability to, to focus on this box. And I do apologize that part of this got cut off. I know that I just noticed when I was recording that something got cut off. But as you can see here, moving into, the hitbox radius, and you'll see how, like, normally, of course, I'm on this side, and, you'll probably notice how, doing things like, moving forward. As you can see, I'll turn on the boxes here, and you'll see this is the normal hitbox. These are the ways that you see it. As you'll see here, the green boxes are kind of the radius. The yellow, I believe, was the push box. And, of course, you'll see a red box coming forward in a bit where, that's the hitbox, as you can see. Again, it's a little fast. So you're probably thinking, well, Accureye, that's a little fast. I can't see what's going on. How do I know what you're talking about? Well, I slow it down here just for you guys to see. And as you can see, slowing it down to almost 20% speed. You see how the hitboxes are affecting you. And you'll see that little red hitbox. That little red box is the strike box, or the hurt box. That's where the strike is going to hit. So, for instance, if Ryu is in range, as you can see, if you're in range of that kick, you can basically get hit, and then you can move into a cancel, for instance, like that. Same with, like, as you'll see with Chun-Li's medium punch, again, same kind of idea. Same thing is going on here. If you're within range, you're going to get hit by the box. If you're not in range, as you can see here, Chun-Li would be whiffing that medium punch, and that'd be, again, way too far. But again, like as you can see in this heavy hitbox, you'll see here how Chun-Li can pretty much get into range of the of the heavy hitbox. And again, slowing it down, it helps you make sense of things. And with this tool that I have, thanks to helpful people on that I've been talking to, especially on PC, this does give you an idea of what is going on, how the hitboxes work, how the frames work, and just an idea of, in general, what you're doing, what you could be doing potentially wrong, and why your so-called cancels don't work. Moving forward into, as you can see here, Ryu's hitting me, and as you can see, as long as I stay a certain distance with the hitboxes on, you can see Ryu can't hit me. You see how I was a little close there, I was in Ryu's striking range. But as long as, like I said, you're in this kind of range, in this kind of distance between Ryu, it doesn't really affect, like, Ryu won't get hit by it. You can't get hit by Ryu unless you're, like, within a certain distance of range. And as you can see, slowing it down, you can see how, maybe in faster motion, it wouldn't make much sense. But in slow motion, and in the slower motion here, and with the tool showing you the hitboxes and stuff, you can see how these boxes help. Even in, like, the Kikuken, which y'all see me pulling off there. The Kikuken or Chun-Li style, as you can see, it also has a little bit of a projectile box. And as long as that projectile box hits the so-called player in some way, it's going to cause a hit. But as you can see, like even with the the spinning bird kick, you can see how the kicks aren't affected by it. So again, going back into PlayStation, my other account on PlayStation, you can see how in full speed, it looks almost seamless. You can see how things may look almost seamless, and you may be kind of going, but Accureye, I don't get it. In slow motion, it makes more sense. It can make more sense, but when you see it in normal speed, of course, it's going to cause panic if you don't understand the boxes, you don't understand the range, or the projectiles and stuff. And we'll go more over this in the case of, a future notice, in of course, future talks. And when we were talking about the actual characters, the cancels, and all the other stuff, we'll go over the hitboxes and all that jazz, and we'll go over the overall, yada, blah, 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 this can cancel into this. This is the hitbox range. This is just a general talk and general idea of hitboxes, how they work. And obviously also how you can, utilize them to your, of course, your advantage, if you will. And, that's exactly what it is. It's just, utilizing this to your advantage, making this to where it can benefit you in general. And, when it can benefit you, of course, you are going to be in the overall, I would say, advantage point. You'd be in the overall, of course, ability to understand and not maybe panic as much and push buttons. Because, again, I think one of the main things and one of the main problems for me is, of course, I push buttons a lot. And without slowing it down, without having some idea of what's going on, then, yeah, I wouldn't know what was going on. I wouldn't understand it entirely. I could just, basically end up going, oh, okay. This is the idea, this is the point, this is the plan, this is what they are, this is what they're expecting, this is what you're expected to do. And, again, when you can slow it down, like on PC with my helpful tools, and stuff, you can get an understanding and undergo a point of, realization. It's kind of a realization of, okay, this is easy. I can do this. This is something that, is not very difficult. it's going to become easier to understand because, again, you'll see it in full speed, like me playing Akuma here. You'll see me kind of canceling out endings, and that's because I've had practice and I've had some time to get an understanding of the frame data. But, with that being said, I just wanted to show you this and give you an understanding of hitboxes and stuff as we go deeper into showing you every little detail, every little move, and also every little bit about, certain characters and, some of the cancels and stuff that can happen and whatnot. But with that being said, hopefully this has helped you get an understanding of hitboxes and stuff. And also just a little understanding of maybe not panicking so much when it comes to doing certain things. Because again, you're going to find out many people panic when they get into fighting games, especially when they see it in full speed and they're like, oh my gosh, how do I do these cancels? What do I do? And really, the cancels are very, very simple. You just got, I would say, slow it down and see what you can do. If you have the PC version, there are tools out there that can help you slow down and get an understanding of the frame data and stuff. And when you have that understanding of frame data and stuff, it becomes so much easier to really make your cancels work and really get a good grasp on the framing and depth and tone. But with that being said, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for joining me on the sale. If you like the sale, you know what to do. Hit the like button, get subscribed, hit the bell notification bell so everyone know when my next video drops next. I am live on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/Accureye. I am live on Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday for sure. I'm still coming up with a schedule that will work for me. So there's no guarantee on when my schedule will actually be in effect. But fully, yeah, with that being said, thank you everyone. Usually Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday streams are 4 to 5 hours long, but with the new schedule coming up, I will be having a new stream. I may add in another hour or so. We'll see. And yeah, with that being said, also, I am live lately also on Monday and Tuesday. And Monday and Tuesday will always be a 2 to 3 hour stream. Monday and Tuesday will always be a stream around 11:30 p.m. PST to about midnight PST, depending on when I get my video uploaded. Speaking of video uploads, my video uploads will always be on Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday. Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday I will be uploading a video around 11:30 p.m. PST to midnight PST. If I don't have any trouble. I know the last video I uploaded on Sunday was a little bit of a trouble one. And yeah, with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for stopping by. And until the next one, everybody, this is Accureye signing out and saying farewell, everyone.